Action bias, applying the concept in counseling. 1. Understanding action bias. Action bias refers to the human tendency to prefer taking action over inaction, even when doing nothing might be the better choice. This bias often stems from discomfort with uncertainty, a desire to feel in control, or the fear of being perceived as passive. For example, a soccer goalkeeper might dive during a penalty kick, even though statistics show staying in the center is often more effective. In counseling, action bias can manifest as impulsive decisions, difficulty tolerating uncertainty, or a need to control outcomes, potentially leading to burnout or regret. How action bias is useful in counseling. Encourages patience. Helps clients recognize when waiting or observing is more beneficial than rushing to act. Promotes thoughtful decision-making. Guides clients to evaluate when action is truly necessary and when restraint is the better option. Supports emotional regulation. Assists clients in managing anxiety and discomfort associated with uncertainty or inactivity. 3. Practical application in counseling. A. Identifying action bias. Activity. Why the rush? Ask clients to reflect on situations where they felt compelled to act immediately. What made you feel like you had to do something? What might have happened if you waited or observed instead? Example, a client who impulsively intervenes in every family conflict might explore whether their actions escalate tension instead of resolving it. Counselor's role, help clients identify when their desire to act is driven by discomfort rather than necessity. B. Reframing in action. Exercise, the value of waiting. Encourage clients to see waiting or observing as a deliberate and valuable choice. What can you learn or gain by pausing? How might waiting lead to a better outcome? Example, a client anxious about a delayed response from a potential employer might focus on how patience gives them time to prepare for the next step. C. Teaching balanced action. Guide clients to evaluate when action is appropriate and when restraint is more effective. What are the potential consequences of acting versus not acting? How can you feel in control while waiting? Example, a client feeling pressured to respond to a negative email might practice drafting a measured response instead of reacting impulsively. 4. Detailed tips for application. Normalize the discomfort of waiting. Explain that action bias is a natural response to uncertainty, but that patience often yields better results. Encourage mindful restraint. Teach clients techniques like mindfulness or journaling to manage the discomfort of waiting or observing. Focus on long-term goals. Help clients connect their restraint to broader objectives, emphasizing the benefits of thoughtful, intentional actions. 5. Examples, anxiety counseling. A client constantly seeking reassurance might practice waiting and observing, learning to tolerate uncertainty without immediate action. Relationship counseling. A client who rushes to fix every disagreement with their partner might explore how giving space for emotions to settle leads to more constructive communication. Career counseling. A client tempted to accept the first job offer out of fear might work on evaluating all options carefully before making a decision. 6. Integrating action bias techniques into a course of treatment. Initial sessions. Explore situations where clients feel compelled to act impulsively and discuss the underlying discomfort driving their behavior. Midway through counseling, use reflective journaling or scenario analysis to help clients practice waiting or observing in low-stakes situations. Ongoing work. Reinforce strategies for managing uncertainty and making deliberate choices, emphasizing the value of patience and observation. Outcome measurement. Assess whether clients demonstrate greater comfort with inaction when appropriate and improve decision-making processes. Action bias can lead clients to act impulsively, avoid uncertainty, and struggle with inaction, potentially creating unnecessary stress or complications. In counseling, addressing this bias helps clients embrace the value of waiting, develop emotional resilience, and make thoughtful decisions. By fostering patience, mindfulness, and balanced action, counselors empower clients to navigate uncertainty with confidence and intentionality.